Sup, boys? Climax combo back at it again. We're doing a deck profile. We're gonna look at another Tomon deck that I've been piloting. It's the good old Goon Squad with your five boys. Akun at the helm, giving you choice triggers aplenty. Um, we'll go ahead and just jump right into it. Um, of course, at level 0, you've got um, four of the Yamagishi and four of the Vanilla Takuya. They're part of the Goon Squad. Can't leave home without them. And if you do leave home without him, are you really a part of the Goon Squad? So we've got these 4/0/0 red Takamichis. They're your big power at level 0. They're level 1. Can't suicide into them. And on reverse, they go to memory. If you got 2 or less, good compression. Also helps with the red count. Also to help with the red count, though, you've got these 2 Muchos over here. Nice utility card. Hand filtering. Can't really go wrong. 2 of the 0/0 blue Mikey. Big power on board on play, and he clocks you. So, hit that level 1 faster. Get a little bit closer to the Goon Squad dream. You got your 2 Brainstormer Emmas. She's a Brainstormer. Also, on Climax play, she works very well with the Goon Squad, helping them out in the background. So, cheers to that. And then you've got this Draken and Mikey splash. Always good for anti-memory. And, of course, you run a one of the Climax swaps so that you have access to your Goon Squad combo as much as possible. Very simple level 0. Not really much to think about. Especially when 8 of the level 0 is just alright. Moving on, you've got your level 1, which really only consists of Goon Squad material. This Makoto, big power on play. He is also a double trigger to help along whenever you trigger your climaxes on your other attacks. Just pay those out, double trigger. If you're comboing with the choice trigger Goon Squad combo, then the idea is just to plus as much as possible. And you've got this 1/1 counter, 2/5. The level 1 isn't great on defense, even with the Akun. So use this to kind of bolster that. Plus, it's got a trigger icon. So cheers. More Goon Squad shenanigans. You can grab him or you can send him to your stock, though likely you're just going to grab him. Level 2 is slightly more interesting. We've got these 2/1 Naotos. Of course, Akun. And then we've got another backup, the Draken backup. Of course, Akun, heart and soul of this deck, makes the deck run the way that it does. He's very easy to cheat out at level 1 because all you need is to have the Takemichi 3/2 in your clock. Not too hard of a condition to fill out. 2/1 Naoto's global level assist can't really go wrong. Plus, you need him for the Time Leap combo that I also run in this deck. And then, of course, you've got a basically just no minus backup in this Draken. Like I said, the on defense deck isn't too great, so whatever little power you can get is very helpful. Excuse me. Very basic level 2. Now we get into the level 3. Of course, you gotta run 4 of the 3/2 Takamichis that combo with the Goon Squad. You got 3 of the 3/2 assist Takamichis. And then we've got 1 of each of these. 1 Chifuyu, 1 Mitsuya, 1 Draken Mikey, and then 1 Hina. The level 3 game plan is, of course, after you've gotten through level 1 and level 2, the idea is to have as much of your stock filled in as possible with all of those oh-so-precious choice triggers that you've gotten from your Akun combos. And then You kind of want to try to have an explosive level 3 if possible. Of course, with the 3-2 Takamichis, you've got the time leap combo. You can now throw in the back, swing in with your Takamichi, then after the attack, he tags in another Takamichi, which can then also attack. He also heals on play and off of the combo when you play him, so something to keep a lookout for if your your clock is looking particularly egregious. Um, you can also swap in these other Takamichis, the 3-2 assist Takamichis, though likely you'll want to have at least one in the back alongside your Naoto to sort of bolster your level 3 power. Chifuyu's here to help hand filter on play, and of course, stock swap. Always a good effect. Um, you'll see you'll see how much stock swap hurts this deck, but also, stock swap is good in any series that you play. So always good to have at least one. Mitsuya is a tech in this deck because the idea is you have a lot of triggers. Hopefully you're kicking them with his effect to ping. Draken Mikey is basically just healer and then a finisher. Possible finisher. If you don't have the Mikeys, you got the stock on hand to swing in. Just do it. And then hopefully get in that last stretch of damage to end the game. And then the Splash Hina had to run her. She signed. But also early play healer. And she heals the stock too. So kind of helps bolster and maintain that stock that you've worked to build over your level 1 and your level 2. That's level 3 in a nutshell. Not really anything too special, just a whole bunch of cards that help you take advantage of that stock. Then, of course, for the climaxes, we've got your 8 choice triggers, the Time Leap and the Goon Squad climax combo. And from there, we can go ahead and sort of lay out a game for how the deck normally plays. Level 0, probably the optimal play you'll want to have turn 1 or turn 2. Well, turn 1 is Takamichi, or if you don't have him, Yamagishi is also a runner, so sort of maintain that board presence. And then if you're going second, you'll probably want to be looking at something like this, where you've got Takamichi on one side, and then you've got the option of running Yamagishi either way. And then you sort of just work off of that advantage. And of course, if they've got strong level 0 as well, you can beat over them with Mikey if they play a lot of cards. And of course, with a lot of decks that have kind of a weak level 0, 3K vanillas, can't go wrong. Just swing in, get those gorilla arms in, and get those cards off the board. Once you hit level 1, though, you'll want to go ahead and look at your other options. Likely your Takuya will have died at some point, or maybe you'll have clocked him and then he hit the graveyard or waiting room. So you've got Makoto to go ahead and pick him up. Just slide under him, marker, boom, 7-5 on the board. Of course, on attack, as I mentioned, level 1 defensively isn't very strong. So you'll just be using this to swing in, and then likely, if you've got the Akun on the board, then you'll be using it to double trigger with the combo. Optimally, of course, you'll have an Akun on the board, and maybe you have a second Makoto out with a Takuya underneath him. Not really much of a level 1, but as I'd mentioned, what you're looking to do is get the combo off and then get as much stock as possible from plussing and really hitting any of the 5 boys that activate it. You'll also want to have an Emma in the back because when you play a climax, she gives one of your characters check top 2. So it lets you kind of filter out those cards that you don't need, lets you make sure that you trigger your boys and get all of your choice triggers, bolster your hand, bolster your stock. And then this is generally what your board looks like between levels 1 and 2. Not really anything different about it hitting level 2, unless you've got experience, which you should be hitting because you'll want to play Naoto at level 2. Global level assist is nothing to scoff at. And at some point, you'll want to exchange the Emma out. Either once you play the Hina, so you'll just like sack her and then heal. And then once level 3 hits, you'll want to have the assist Takamichi on the board. Likely these Makotos are dead, so your board looks something like this. Then, of course, you've got your 3-2 Takamichi here that combos with Time Leap. Then your finisher combo will be swing, send memory, grab another Takamichi from waiting room, swing, double attack shenanigans. Yeah, that's the general game plan from level 0 to 3. It's not really complicated. It's more about knowing when to grab certain triggers with your choices, and when to put them in hand, when to put them in stock. If you're looking low in stock, of course, you'll want to add to the stock. And of course, if you're lacking in hand size, you could always add to your hand. And that's the magic of choice trigger. You've got choices. But that is just about all with the deck. Like I said, nothing too fancy. All right, boys, that's the deck profile. Deck is pretty easy to pilot. It does take a little bit of getting used to. Probably give yourself a few games to sort of get into the groove of using choice triggers if you're not used to it. And there are a couple of things you could change out based upon the flavor you want to add to the deck. But otherwise, like I said, you want to focus on the boys, get those choice triggers, and then just gorilla out at the very end. Of course, if you guys have any questions, feel free to shoot them down in the comments. We'll be happy to answer. And don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. But for now, we'll go ahead and catch you guys in the next one. Peace.